We're live. What is going on? How's everybody doing? This is, I should like, just to prove that these are live, I should hold up a newspaper every time and like, you know, like do one of those kidnapper situations just to prove that it's today. That's if I got a real newspaper. I don't. I've stopped getting it. I actually haven't gotten a real newspaper in years, but it would be a nice prop, right? To say like, today is March 23rd, 2020. Oh, that'd be fun. Thank you guys so much for joining. I'm so excited about tonight. This is weird. It's like the new normal. Like this is now this is what life is like behind the four walls of our homes. We're just all in this together, quarantining. It's that hashtag quarantine life. And I hope you guys are loving it because I'm loving it. It's actually not too different than it was normally for my wife, dog, and I. So we're lucky in that situation where we've been practicing for this for all of our lives. But my heart goes out to the people who are just trying to figure out how to deal with this on a day-to-day basis. Sweet, we've got 11 folks joining us, 2 likes already. That, you know what? My day is made. The fact that even one person liked this stream, that works for me. But the fact that 2 whole people liked it, I get it. I love it. Andrew Weller is on. Welcome, Andrew Weller. Andrew TW, so good to see you. And your parents, hopefully in upstate New York. Hopefully you guys are healthy. Maybe for your parents' sake, you're spending 14 days in like the back room or the mother-in-law unit. They're just keeping you quarantined. Did they even want you to come visit? I don't, I mean, good. I'm glad you guys are here. Either way, it's so nice to see you there. Mother, good to see you there. DTL, hi son, thanks for the Hulu. We probably shouldn't advertise the fact that I'm now sharing my Hulu password with you, Mom, but let's keep that on the DL, okay? In case anyone from Hulu's watching. Okay, let's get some cocktails going, because we've got tonight's meal is actually going to be pretty easy, despite the fancy name we've got going on. It's halibut and papillote with asparagus, tapenade, and some capers and whatever else. But it's just a fancy way to say it's halibut cooked in parchment paper. That's all we're doing, and we're steaming it in the oven. So if you are cooking along with me, hopefully you've got some of the ingredients. Turn your oven on now, 400 degrees Fahrenheit. If that's Celsius, that'd be a really hot oven, but that'd be pretty cool. Okay, cocktail-wise, we are doing Boulevardiers tonight, so let's get mixing. How's everybody doing? How was everybody's weekend? Good? You guys still? Craig Henderson. Yes, sharing Hulu. Good. All right, Thomas. Glad to see you and the sisters are with us today. Yeah. Everybody's staying indoors, not going to work, not doing anything unless they're a first responder or a healthcare worker, which you should be going to work. Thank you for saving all of our lives in the future. Hopefully not mine, but that's not like a DNR thing, just in case anybody's recording this. I didn't mean that. Please save me if I do need saving. But thank you for being out there on the front lines doing your thing. That's very admirable of you. But everybody else, what are you doing going to work? Don't go to work. You're not important. Okay. Boulevardiers, and this is kind of a cousin drink to the Negroni. You'll notice 2 of the same ingredients. We've got Campari and gin. Oh, what am I doing? That is a Negroni. We've got Campari and bourbon. How about that? That's better. And sweet vermouth. So Campari and sweet vermouth, same 2 ingredients that we've got going on in the Negroni, but we're swapping out the gin for some bourbon. It's pretty good. Gordon's really Weller, dude. Well, so I like to save the Sapphire for drinks that don't involve Campari, because I don't know, I haven't tasted a Negroni side by side with Gordon's and Sapphire, but I don't know if I can taste a difference. Like I actually don't mind Gordon's. I know that might be sacrilege to say, it is. In a drink with such a strong flavor as Campari, I think. But I wouldn't drink like a Gordon's martini. That I think that's too much. It's too much Gordon's. Yeah. Oh yeah, well we will see a stirred cocktail. Yeah, I am replaced by a clone. We will be stirring this cocktail. I actually stir every cocktail that has sweet vermouth in it, because for some reason sweet vermouth just foams up, and we want this drink nice and crystal clear. Okay, I need some ice. Gordon's? Really? I picture you saying that. Robert's got a mango-based drink. Yeah, let us know when you finish it up. We'd love to try it out. Okay. Oh, just in case you can, I don't know if you can see it, but I've got this little special side project going on. I had to pull them out halfway. They're not done. They're about halfway there. But you know what? We might just use one anyway. This is a special project. It's just a little dehydration going on in the oven for cocktails to get rid of some of the extra fruit that I had in the fridge to make room for some of the other stuff going in there. So I might show you guys how to make this at some point. It's really easy. It's just slice and dehydrate. Okay. Cocktails going on here. Hey, James is here. Good to see you. All right. Oh, I need mixing equipment. I'm behind the 8 ball today. We're stirring, so we need a spoon, measuring, and we are straining. Got our Hawthorne strainer. Okay. So about an ounce, exactly an ounce of sweet vermouth. We're using the good stuff tonight. We've got Carpano Antica going in there. I can appreciate both Carpano Antica and my other favorite is, and I don't know how to pronounce it, Noilly Prat, whatever it is. It's French and it's wonderful. But it's also a little more delicate. I kind of like it. But in this drink, I'm kind of feeling it's like rain, sleet, snow, whatever outside. It feels like winter again. So we're going a little bit sweeter, a little heavier. So that's just what we're doing. Okay, 2 down. So an ounce each of Campari and sweet vermouth. And then this is where it deviates again from a typical Negroni recipe. We're not doing equal parts here. We're gonna do 1.5 ounces of bourbon. I just think that the bourbon flavor is a little more, as weird as it sounds, it's almost like more subtle when it gets with the Campari and the sweet vermouth, so I need a little bit more of it to compensate. The gin is a nice contrast to those sweet things, and it's a little bit easier to get by. So, okay. Oh, we actually have some left in there. Well, now we don't. So, about 1 ounce and 3/4. There we go. What's cooking, Doc? Air horn noises. We're cooking halibut in Papillote tonight, which is just a fancy way of saying in parchment. So we're going to be steaming it. Ricardo Milos. Hey. Oh, yes, Andrew. There are new things on the cart by the door. Those are called seed lip. I don't know if you're familiar with this, but for those who aren't, it's non-alcoholic, but it's like, it kind of tastes like gin. Like they're herbal. They have 3 different kinds. One of them is herbal, one of them's citrus flavored, and then, like a spice aromatic. But they call themselves like a distilled non-alcoholic spirit. Kind of a weird thing, but they're pretty good. If you need to dry out for a couple hours, not bad. All right, giving this a stir. Boom, a beautiful, perfectly poured. Oh, I lucked out. That came right to the rim. I love it. Oh, you know what? It's not going to fit any sort of garnish. There we go. And you know what? Why don't we use one of the new garnishes I've been working on? I wouldn't normally do this. So these these garnishes I think are better for like drinks in double old-fashioned glasses, kind of rocks drinks. They can sit in there, muddle around with them a little bit, and they look pretty, but I don't know, I just felt kind of like in a fancy mood here and just decided to throw it on. So we did. I'm not gonna get any of the zest from it, unfortunately, so this may have been a big mistake, but you know what, we're just gonna go with it. It's quarantine times. And I'm making one of these. I'm actually making a different cocktail for Mrs. Pink Shirt Guy, which is a weird name. Maybe we should call her Mrs. Pink Shirt Gal? Ms. Pink Shirt, I don't know. We'll think about it. Either way, yeah, we'll think about it. It's not a, I'm confused already. Quick rinse, that's clean. Let's get these out. Done and done. Now she is going to be having a Vesper, which is a drink we made the other day. If you missed it, it's gin, lillet, and vodka. Entertain yourself for a moment. She gets the sapphire. Don't want to make that mistake again. All right. Yeah, is everybody else on lockdown? What's going on there? Thomas, you're in London. All right, full lockdown. Yeah, calling her Lord would be way too complicated. Yeah, it's Mrs. Pink Shirt Guy, Mrs. Pink Shirt Gal, just Pink Shirt Lady. I don't know. These are big things we have to work through. We're going to virtual counseling. So about a half ounce of that, 1 ounce of lillet, and an ounce and a half of gin. This one's for you, London. Almost there. Everything back in its place. My fridge is getting completely full as we prep for more, kind of like as deliveries get harder to come by. I already have to start ordering food out a week in advance now, which for me is very difficult. I mean, it's different. It's not difficult. It's not hard, but it's different. Okay. I'm gonna turn down the volume for while I shake, just for a moment. Just a little bit. Perfect. Okay, back up. Yes, she gets a sapphire. Okay, let's make sure all the good stuff's in there. That is, actually, you know what? I better rinse that again. I still smell some sweet vermouth on there. She wouldn't like it. I love how I paint her out to be like this total wench when she's absolutely adorable. Are you watching, honey? Beautiful. Let's get a lemon zest on that bad boy. All right, little squeezer do, stirry do. Oh, honey, your cocktail's ready. Slide that right there. Okay. Oh God, that's so good. Oh, that is really good. Okay, all good. Let's get this cocktail stuff cleaned up.
Hey.
Oh, hey.
Thank you.
How do you like your cocktail? It's good, right?
So good.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for the special treatment.
Oh, shucks.
Get cooking.
I'm getting cooking.
Thank you.
Oh, you are welcome. All right, I have limited space in this kitchen, so I'm just gonna let this dry. It's gonna be in full view for you. You can see how we really operate around here. This fancy Hollywood set is getting mighty small in this quarantine. Okay, now clean that off. We are good. All right, that is for the board. How's everybody doing? Let's check in. Yeah, air horn, right? It's hard to get stuff. I imagine people are stockpiling. Good, I'm glad Romania is telling people to get off the streets. I wish everybody would just get up the streets, unless you're saving people's lives, or walking your dog, or going for a quick jog. I love what Cuomo was doing. Our governor in the state of New York was just like, don't leave your house. What are you doing, people? Just don't stay inside. I know that's easier said than done, but okay. Great. Well, okay. I should take for granted. Maybe I take for granted that this is a giant kitchen by some reason. I grew up on the West Coast, Seattle. And not in a city, like not in a metropolitan area, and this would be very tiny. So that's why I keep calling it a small kitchen. But I've been doing this for 10 years, so I really shouldn't complain. All right, let's get cooking. So halibut and papillote, we need some olives, capers. Let's just get going. Did I put the recipe up there? Yeah, kind of. All right, we're good. We'll just kind of wing it. The first thing we need to do is prep asparagus, because I did put that on the recipe list, and we should cut those up. Not that asparagus, this asparagus. Boom. Knife. So we won't need all of this. I'm gonna select, this is just for 2 people, so I'm probably gonna use, maybe I'll just use half of this. I will go ahead and cut off, let's use half first. Let's just do that. Let's do that one. That one looks better. I don't know why, but we're going with it. Yeah, I do, Andrew, you're right. I do have, we are blessed with storage. Okay, we'll save these guys for later. I now have 1.5 bunches of asparagus to use up that you guys have witnessed. So we're gonna have to come up with some good recipes for this. If you have suggestions, let me know. All right, I'm just gonna cut off the stocky ends. You can kind of test one of them, see, great, about there. We'll line it up with the rest of them, and we'll cut right around there. This stuff is just gonna be, actually that wasn't too bad. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. We just wanna cut off the woody, stocky ends. And then since they're all relatively the same thickness and we don't care too much in quarantine times, if you really wanted to be fancy about this, and like this one's, it's a little bit bigger here, you could use like a vegetable peeler or something to kind of even it out if you really wanted to be super anal about this, but it's gonna cook about the same, and we're not in a fancy restaurant and it's not date night tonight. So we're just gonna do this. We're not gonna peel it. Okay. And I kind of want bite-sized pieces because we're gonna be serving this dish in the parchment. So we just want it easy to eat, but not so small that we gotta poke around for all of them. So about 1 inch, about 2.5 centimeters. Perfect. Air horn. I got a risotto coming up. I think I might do it this week. I think. I got to make sure I have enough risotto rice though. So but I like that idea. Okay, let's get these. Oh, lost one. Was one of the few in the Proud. We're gonna be losing a few here in quarantine times. Couldn't get to you. Okay, that's done. We need to brown some butter. Oh, and yeah, we just need to brown some butter. Let's start doing that. I'm done with this. Yes, Craig, great idea. It's what we normally do. Yes, I'm happy to help. Oh, that's real, yeah. Always want to translate. I don't know how to speak, whatever. Oh, you're in Romania. Yeah, I don't know a lot of Romanian. I don't know any Romanian. I don't even know why I said a lot of, but. Okay. Let's brown some butter. I think we're done with this, right? Yeah, no. Oh, I will need this for prep. Yeah, we're done. So I'm just gonna brown the butter and then I'm gonna let it chill for a few minutes, just so I can get this done and then get the parchment paper Papillote ready to go. Browning butter, pretty easy if you've done it a lot, but if you haven't done it, the only thing you need to worry about is paying a little bit of attention to it. Oh, I have a special treat. You guys, check this out. Bam! Isn't that cool? Look it, it's me. It's the pan. Here we go. I was really excited about it. I spent like all morning trying to figure this out and was so happy when I got it. Is it working? Yeah, I think it's working. Let me double check. Bam. Yeah. Oh, nope. Wait. Oh no, wait. It's frozen. Hey, there we go. Okay, now I'm excited. Wasn't working for a second. Got it all fixed. Okay, so we're just gonna heat this pan over medium heat. And then we're gonna add some butter. We're only doing halibut for 2 people. And actually it's a pretty small fillet. I didn't pay attention to the order when I got it. So we might have to be having a side dish here. I don't know, about 3 tablespoons. It doesn't really matter. If you've got extra left over, that's fine. You just want to make sure you at least have enough to kind of drizzle over the fish. Okay. Yeah, sorry. I know, right? Ta-da! Look at this. We're gonna heat this over medium heat, and you just have to pay a little bit more attention to this if you've never done it before. Actually, I still pay a lot of attention to it. You just don't want it to burn. That's all you want to make sure is just don't burn this. What'll happen is it'll melt down, and then it'll start to bubble big as the water boils off, and then it'll bubble less as we get done with the water, and then it'll start to turn kind of a nutty brown. You'll start to smell it. It'll smell like nuts, but the flavor is going to be so good. But you want to push it as far as you can to get like super nutty, but then you don't want it to go too far all the way off the cliff where it gets brown, where it gets black and burnt. That's just no fun for anyone. So, while that is working, let's see. Can you still? Yes. Okay, you can kind of see that. I know it's a little bit bright. It's an iPhone 7, as my wife calls it. It's made of tin. It's my tin phone. So the dynamic range isn't quite so hot. So it may be pretty bright there, but we'll work through this together. In the meantime, let's get some of the papillotes going. Technical term, it's French. You wouldn't understand. Good. Should be big enough. So like I said, I only got one kind of larger fillet, so I guess I'm going hungry tonight. But you want to cut a piece of parchment paper that's big enough to fold in half around your fish. So if you're doing, and you need one per fillet. That's really the main gist of it. Fold it in half, make a nice little crease. I'm gonna turn this over just for a second so it doesn't keep rolling up. Do I have a large propeller ceiling fan going? Oh no, DTL, Mom, you're probably hearing, it's a fan like that's in the oven that kind of, it's not a convection, it's not circulating the heat, but it's, do I have the wrong microphone going? No, I've got it, yeah. You're probably hearing that. I don't even know what it does. I'm not even gonna pretend. But there is like a little fan buzzing in there. It's a very small one. Yeah, still using the rolls. I've never seen the single-use sheets, actually. I'll have to look those up. That's a good question, Andrew. Yeah, call me old-fashioned. I'm actually using a rotary telephone still. Oh, you studied French for 6 years? Oh, good. Well, I've studied French for ons. 1 year, no years, really. A few months. I downloaded. Actually, that's one thing I started doing during this whole, or rather, I'm getting back to during this whole quarantine thing is language tapes. I loved learning languages, and I've got like some Italian and French tapes, and I need to get back to them. That's kind of been on my list of things to do. You know, not tapes, MP3 files, whatever. How tall am I? I'm 6 feet tall. I'm definitely not 5'11" and 3/4. I mean, I'm at least 6 feet. James Chen asked that question. Good question. So, okay, can you still see? Let's make sure. Yeah, so the brown butter, right? You can kind of still hear it. You can see it. It's bubbling a little bit. This is fine. A little trick that helps too is if you're not sure about yourself around brown butter, you can always have a little bit of extra fat ready to go to shoot in there to slow down the cooking. You definitely do not want to put water in there to stop it or an ice cube or anything. Ask me how I know, because that will pop, sputter, and get a huge mess everywhere. But when this gets really close, that's one way we can slow it down immediately. If you're not sure too, you can just lower the heat a little bit. It'll take a while, but that's fine. I'd rather have you not waste a whole bunch of butter. Okay, so the big bubbles are gone. We're now down to some small bubbles. Actually, those are still kind of big. I didn't put a whole bunch of butter in there, but. Oh, good, okay. Yeah. This is good. I'm actually gonna do a little swipe or do around the side here because I want all those milk proteins toasted. I don't want to leave any left behind in this today. Almost done. Okay, so now stop making noise. This is good. Now we know we got to start paying a little bit closer attention. I can't be having more sips of my Boulevardier while this is going on. Or maybe I can. It's fine. Just go with it. This is good. Now we're tiny bubbles. Now we know it's starting to smell a little bit nutty. This is where we're going. In the meantime, I'm going to shift your attention over here and get the fish out. Perfect. Okay, so can you tell the color is getting a little, oh man, it's hard to see the color with the light. The light that I cast is so bright that everything around me burns. Oh, it's hard. Wait, where's that light coming from? Is it on? Nope, not that side. It's this side. Nope, not that side. It's right here. What if I put some shade on it? Okay, this is good. I'm really trying hard. It's my old iPhone 7 phone. It's a plus. It's a plus though, so it's a little bigger. But in my defense, it's the only one where they had piano black as the finish on it. I love that finish. And then they went all fancy and had different colors and stuff. Don't give me colors. I just want black, and I want it shiny, like a piano. Yeah. Okay. Almost there. Okay, so I'm swirling around a little bit. You don't have to swirl it. I'm just doing it so you can see the brown color there. All right, in the meantime, we'll plop this halibut down. This is a small fillet. That's gonna be, you know, times are tough. Will somebody wash that butter for me? Thanks. Good, appreciate it. All right. No, the overhead light's off. Do you want it on? Let's see, does that help? Is it gonna adjust? No. That just gets weird. Yeah, it's like the iPhone's having trouble. Weird that it's like 20 years old and is having trouble adjusting the light. Okay, so now we're getting pretty toasty. I am gonna lower the heat because I don't wanna add a whole bunch of extra oil. Not that I have a problem with that, but that's good. All right, I'm gonna stop this just so I don't have to like pay a whole bunch of attention to it. That's good. It'll kind of coast in a little bit. There we go. It'll coast into finishing a little bit. You can kind of see there. We could have gone a little bit farther, but I'm good with where it's at. It smells super nutty. Actually, and now the olive oil smells really good. Oh, that's a great match. Okay, got some fish. Let's get a little bit of salt on this bad boy. And here's a little pro tip that I picked up from Thomas Keller, is when you're salting things, do it from a higher altitude because it'll like distribute a little more evenly when you're going around whatever you're trying to salt, as opposed to just like salting each little spot specifically. That way it's just more even coating. Okay, what else are we throwing in here? We're gonna throw some, can you see this okay? Let's do, oh, now it's really bright. Oh man. Hold on, wait for it to adjust colors. No, that's gonna be weird. It's gonna take too long. We're working through some technical issues on very overcast days like this. It gets really hard. I'm so sorry. Yeah, wash butter never burns. Exactly. Okay, we got salt on there. Let's get some of these going on. Let's put these kind of along the seam. We're just gonna, you can put these wherever you want. And also you can use whatever vegetables you want. If you've got broccoli, cauliflower, you can use bok choy, you can use potatoes, you know, thinly sliced. Use whatever you want, just go wild. We're just gonna throw some in here. I am gonna make sure it's easy though to wrap up. So I'm kind of keeping everything back along the seam. Okay, that's good. And you don't have to be fancy here. We are going to, Andrew, those single-use sheets actually sound like a wonderful idea now with how this is like rolling up on me. So. Oh yes, this will be good. Okay, we'll start there. Oh, the butter's frozen. Oh. Oh, and I gotta zoom in. You know what, let's not, because now we can see everything I'm doing. Sorry about that, guys. Thanks for the heads up. Yeah, I know. Okay. Good, let's get some more here. Let's get a few more of these and let's go. Now we're gonna add some acidic elements. I love olives and capers. If you wanted to get fancy, you could blend them up in a tapenade, which I thought about doing, but then I decided against it at the last minute because we already had enough going on. I didn't want to be too Boulevardiers in and have trouble remembering what the next step was gonna be. Use whatever olives you have. I've got, these are kind of a mix, like Kalamata, I've got maybe some Gaeta, whatever there. It just says, oh no, not Gaeta, it's Greek. So pitted Greek olive mix. Super fancy. And you know what? We're gonna throw some capers in. Because why not? Real, good question. I don't know if they have a don't lock I'll look, you know what, that's good. This is the first time we're using it. We'll just call this a beta test. Even though I think I said I did that over the weekend, but just forget I said that. No, you're having tech issues. Okay. Perfect. Oh. Okay, we are ready to start baking. The only thing I need to do is wrap this guy up. Let's wrap it up. I cringed when I said that. I hope all of you did as well. I'm sorry. That was just, it was there on, oh. Let's wrap it up, Anthony. Come on. All right, this last little bit, I'm just gonna do a little bit of butter around the seams to help this stick together, because I want this to create a nice seal. And we'll just get some butter. That'll help it kind of stick a little bit better. Good. Good, this isn't the fancy pretty part. This is just, let's put some butter on it to help it stick. Good. Fold. This is stuff that your kids would have been learning in school had they been in school today. How to fold things in half. Okay, you can already see it's sticking together. That's exactly what we want. Scoot over. Okay. Done. Now we begin the folding process. So we're gonna just fold in towards the fish. Isn't it pretty? Yeah, that's what I thought so. Okay. And we're just gonna fold like that, fold in, and just keep going all the way around so that it's nice and tight around the fish and whatever else we've got going on in there. I say it like I don't know what's in there. We've got olives, we've got asparagus, we've got capers, some salt, pepper, some brown butter. Perfect. Okay, there is our little papillote. Now, into the oven we go. 400 degrees, about 10 minutes. Alexa, 10-minute timer.
10 minutes, starting now.
I love Alexa. Now I know we cut way too much asparagus, but I'll find a use for that later. I'll add it with the other stuff actually that we have to use for next time because I'm amassing quite an asparagus debt with this viewership. All right, now it's time for me to hit some questions. What have I got? What have I been missing? Frozen, I fixed it, right? We good? It's not frozen yet. I'll make sure. Okay, there we go. You can still, oh, that's too bright now. God. Times are tough. Yeah, Real, good question. I know. I'm curious how many kids are gonna start popping out in about 9 months as well. So isn't this kind of pretty? This actually kind of works. It works well. Oh, I forgot the parsley. We'll finish with the parsley. I should have just left it at that. Okay, does anybody need a new cocktail? If so, now's a good time to get it. I'll clean up a little bit. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just going through some of the questions and comments here. What? Why do fools fall in love? That is... Good question. I'm a fool. I fell in love, and I feel like fools aren't qualified to give advice. So, I'm useless here. Don't worry about it, Lauren, Lane author. It's none of your concern. Yeah, what is... I feel very lucky to actually have like a little unit situated here, like between me or among me, my wife, and my dog. Like, it's easy to quarantine ourselves when it's the three of us and we're used to this kind of stuff. But I don't know what people who aren't used to this at all are doing. I did, if it helps, I don't know if you guys are first-time quarantiners or first-time work from homers, but I did read a cool article today by Scott Kelly, the astronaut. It was an op-ed in the New York Times, I think a couple of days ago or something. Long story short, great advice if you are figuring this whole thing out for the first time. It is going to be a long 10 minutes. Yeah, go get a refresh. Oh, we do need some Bailey. Good question. Let's get some Bailey. Bailey! Bailey! We'll get her out in just a second. She's a little bit reluctant to come out from her trailer. She's been, I think the stress of the quarantine has been getting to her. She's, oh! Lauren Lane. Yeah, I know. She's great. Right, Bill? Yeah, I'll make another cocktail. How about another Vesper? Actually, or, yeah, let's make another Vesper. I think I had something planned for this 10 minutes.
Update, the 13-year-old dog is super not into it.
Oh, the 13-year-old dog is super not into it?
Sleeping. Also, the original plan was to cook first and to do cocktails during this intermission.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to do. I was going to do cooking first and then cocktails during this little intermission.
It almost feels like you didn't listen to your director.
It does almost feel like I didn't listen to my director.
Feels very familiar. So. I'm gonna leave you to suffer.
What's that, director? I can't hear you. It's really hard.
Should we vanish to the other room?
Right now. Not right now, director. Vesper?
Sure, yeah.
Or something else? I don't mean to push you in one direction or the other. Oh, she is coming out.
I pecked her.
What do you want?
Beef teeny.
A beef teeny?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That is going to be a little bit tough to make, considering I don't have beef ready. Do you want to hang out in the oven for a few minutes with the fish and watch it? No?
That seems hygienic.
Well, I mean, it is hygienic because it would be cooked at a high enough temperature. Oh no, that's terrible. So here we are. This is Bailey. She's 13 years old. She's very excited about having a little piece of halibut later on, despite not liking anything super acidic. And now that we have the olives and capers in there, she's going to be in for a real treat.
You could make her something different.
I could make her something different. I could fry her an egg real fast.
We had chicken. Just saying.
Why would you say chicken out loud? You know how those ears prick up.
They're always up.
Yeah, I'll make you. You want a scrambled egg real fast?
You do it.
Okay, I'll make you.
You have to entertain your people.
Okay.
Then they can see how you scramble an egg.
Alexa, how much time is left on our timer?
You have 4 minutes and 10 seconds left on your 10 minutes.
That's plenty of time to make a scrambled egg.
For your dog.
For my dog. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna just do it. Let's save this brown butter, and we'll give her a scrambled egg. This is gonna be an extra special treat for everyone. Really? Can we do it in 4 minutes? The answer is yes. Thanks for being troopers. All right, so I'm just gonna heat this over medium heat. Let's get my handy dandy fork ready. I'm gonna heat it up over high heat just so we get it done faster. You know what? She does ask for royalties all the time. She asks us to give her a release form. It's just kind of annoying, really, Weller. Okay, so this won't be a very good scrambled egg because I'm not adding salt. We're not adding much more fat than what's already in there from the brown butter. But we're gonna make this happen. We're gonna get her a very special treat. She actually does have scrambled eggs on occasion because her coat is thinning and we like to have whatever's left of her coat be shiny. So, it's good. We're over medium heat. Normally I have a lot more fat in there so it doesn't stick to the bottom of our non-stick pan as readily, but, oh no. Okay, the iPhone 2 is back on. Ugh, sorry about that. Thank you guys. Yeah, we're back. Okay. Alexa, how much time we got left on that timer, girl?
You have 1 minute and 40 seconds left on your 10-minute timer.
1 minute 40. All right, we did it. This is gonna be a great pup treat. She's gonna love this. Get that coat nice, shiny, and new, so when quarantine ends, you can go out and show it off. Good. All right, we'll coast home on that. She gets her own very special plate. She might know. Okay, I'm gonna spread that out to cool a little bit. All good. Yes, dear, your treat is coming. Oh yeah, good idea to get a cheap GoPro. Working on it, yeah. Can we get, how, we still, okay, good. Look at that, we'll zoom. Yeah, that's about as far as we can go. All right, so we got 1 minute left. Yes, Andrew, so this nonstick pan apparently has the nonstick like baked into it, so it doesn't scrape, is what I was told. But either way, I just use it kind of gently on the side. I don't like stick it in there. And honestly, it's my favorite pan, and I got it for Christmas like 1.5 years ago. It's relatively inexpensive. It comes in a set of 2, but they're like my favorite pans ever. They're the best nonstick I've ever seen. I ended up donating my all-clad one, I think, to the building guys. Yeah, it was great. So I love this pan, the one I just put away that you can't see anymore. Alexa, stop. Cool. All right, that's pretty good. It's got a little brown butter flavor still in there. I might have this later on. Okay. Her treat is done. Let's get our treat going on. Oh, I didn't tell you. So for the fish, you want about 10 minutes for every inch of fish. It's right over here. And that fish was about 1 inch thick, so we've got 10 minutes up now. Oh, the maker of the pan is Zwilling, the knife manufacturer. It's weird. They sell it, I think they sell it like Williams-Sonoma or Sur La Table, but it's a Zwilling nonstick pan. I'll send it to you. It's super good. It's like, I use it every single morning almost for scrambled eggs. Normally it's a little bit different. Yeah, Zwilling, mother, Andrew. Okay. 1 more minute. I really it was in the fridge and I just want to make sure that it's done. If we coast it in like another minute or 2, it'll be okay.
If you wanted to start the process with a Vesper, I have anything made.
Okay, I can get another Vesper started. No. In case you're wondering who I'm talking to, it's my director over here who's helping our elderly dog eat her treat, the nice brown butter scrambled egg that I kind of wanted myself. I think I will. Yeah, I'll get another. I'll make you a Vesper. The things I do. She hated it, huh? That plate looks mighty empty. I love that. Yeah, what mom asked. It was actually, that pan was a gift from, I had to remember who gave it to me, from my sister-in-law, like a year, yeah, I think it was a year and a half ago, back when we still had Christmases. And I love it. I seriously use it almost every day. Maybe I'll do a special breakfast episode soon. Maybe not live, I don't know. Scrambled eggs, gone. Oh, darling dearest, may I have your glass? Well, she's getting a new glass. Perfect. Beautiful. And let's get a zest on there. Yeah, sorry, there's no more egg. I would love to give you some. All right. Oh, director. Okay, let's get that fish out because I'm getting hungry. I just want to make sure it's totally done because we put a lot of vegetables in there.
I love that I have the director name and I haven't done anything to direct you.
I know, somebody said it.
In cocktails.
Yeah, so, which is a great director. Yeah, somebody somebody called you the director once and it just kind of stuck.
I like that person.
Yeah, I like that person too. Okay, let's open this bad boy up and see what's going on. So you can actually serve it just like this. That's kind of why I like this dish. There's no frying, searing, anything else. It's just in the papillote. You'll notice it's poofed up, it's brown along the edges a little bit. That's good. Let's cut it open. Okay, let's get this that way. I want to make sure everybody can see this. Let's go zoom. Are we zoomed in? No. Oh yeah, we are. Let's go a little farther. How about that? Yep, that's video. Sorry guys, working through some things. Boom. Okay, do you see this? Do you see how beautiful this is? And we can top it with just a little bit more brown butter, just because we have it, and I don't want it to go to waste. Okay, let's dig in. Okay. Papillote. I don't know. Good question. Ooh. Okay, now you guys are talking about Mother's Day. I like it. This is perfect. Actually, I could have pulled it out at the 10-minute mark. It would have been just fine. I should have trusted the world. But look at this. It's all done. It's mine, Lord. It's nice, it's flaky. You can serve it just like this so it kind of looks cool. Oh my God. The vegetables, by the way, are exactly where you'd want them to be. Like they're just, the green is kind of just coming out. The snap is still there. Like it took like the raw edge off of it. They're not like completely mushy or anything. Oh my God. Lauren, director. Okay. This is perfect. We're gonna split this, and then we're probably gonna have some popcorn or something else alongside it. But this is pretty.
Oh, that's really pretty.
No,
Oh yeah, how'd it cook?
it cooked. It came out perfectly. I actually could have pulled it out at the 10-minute mark. I should have just trusted the world.
Not that I wasn't listening, but when did you pull it out?
I pulled it out like the 12-minute mark
Because you were making the egg for Bailey.
because I was making the egg for Bailey, made an extra cocktail. Yeah, so this is seriously so easy, so yummy, as my mom just put it. Yeah, just put it in parchment paper, a little bit of butter on the edge, fold it down, and you're steaming fish. You can do this with shellfish. You could probably even do it with chicken breast. Whatever you want, just throw it in there. It's a nice, easy dinner. Andrew, I saw your thing about a pantry. I'll have to look at the comment again, but I think it was a thing about the cooking with what's in the pantry. Yes, I will work on that. I will.
Yeah, because not everyone can get fresh halibut.
Yeah, true. Not everyone can get fresh halibut these days. So
New York City.
I know New York is one of the few exceptions. We can still. It's right. We just reach into the water and pull it out.
The Hudson.
The Hudson. This is Hudson halibut, right here.
Gross.
Quarantine cooking.
So gross. Okay, it's time to cut.
Okay. Thanks, guys, so much for joining me and us, all three of us tonight. We'll see you again tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern. I'll be here. I'll do another one. I'll put the recipe up for whatever I'm cooking beforehand. I'll try to do it in the morning so you can shop and raid your pantry. But yeah, it really means a lot that you guys joined me today. I'm happy to be here with you. If you have questions, email me or subscribe to my newsletter, whatever. Find a way to reach out to me. Instagram, Twitter, I'm there. Hit the like button on this thing. I think that helps Google. It tells Google that I'm not bad. And yeah, stay safe, stay healthy. Don't do stupid stuff. I'm gonna go eat this now. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Yes, in stream. Why do I have to confirm? Oh, bye, guys. If you're still there, love you, each and every one of you.